Hello everyone, I'm here with Joel.
Hello everyone, I'm here with Amir. Welcome to the tip of the week. Today we are going to look into the tip which is a functionality in the administration and it's called set field value. Amir, can you maybe share your screen and show it to us? Thank you.
Yes. Okay, you can see my screen?
Yes.
Great. So let's go into the customization of a project, of a workspace. And here on the entities, I can define a rule called set field value. This is valid for the majority of the entities. So let's go into the definition, add a new rule, and under action of a rule, you can define basically what need to be performed. And you can, under condition, you can also provide when the rule should be applied. Yeah? So let's first define the action. It's called set field value. And now it comes up with the timing. Yeah, means this action can be performed on a timing. So it could be performed either when I add something, a test or a defect, when I change a value of a test or defect, or when I save an entity. Yeah?
Okay.
Under the field, I can define then the field which I want to change, or I can copy from a field, I can clear a field. Yeah? So this is something what I can do. In set field value, I would then, after I have selected the field, let's say this is my user defined field, here I could say set field. Yeah? So whenever a test is created, it will write in the text field.
In that field, this is the action basically, right?
Exactly.
This is the action that it will perform. Can you show us more about the conditions? So can I now be more specific on, for example, what type of defect or what criticality, or maybe also on a phase, maybe what I can change based on a phase? For example, if I have a phase change, I think that is a typical change that could be interesting use case to see. Can you maybe share that?
Yes, so this belongs also to the timing. Yeah, so you have here when changing a value, so you could potentially select the phase here, and then it will only be triggered when this value phase will be changed. And you can define then here the condition, additional condition, what should be tracked.
Okay, so basically I define in action, I define which field is changed, and then there I can put in the condition from which phase to which phase, basically.
Yes.
Maybe we can have a use case or something, we can show it here in this session. Can we maybe define a user-defined field that we can then manipulate and change? Could you maybe quickly create a user-defined field for us?
Yeah, so let's do it. You want to do accounting, or what do you want?
I think yes, accounting, because what I was thinking is sometimes we have to rework a manual test, and maybe it would be an interesting information to see how often these manual tests are reworked. So maybe if we can,
so like a rework counter is the name, and here we need to identify an integer field because we need to really see how often this is done. Let's add it to the form. This is fine. Let's add the field. So now this field should be appearing on my GUI.
Field selection. So yeah, on the GUI as well. Yes. Yeah.
So let's first go here and check if this is really the case. So we validate step by step.
Yeah.
So let's go back to the tests and select a simple one. So let's say this is my test. And on the details, I should be now able to see. What was the name? It was counter.
Counter, yeah, rework counter. Yeah, perfect. Yeah.
So it's here. Rework counter should be here. Here it is. Huh? So there's no value inside.
Yeah. Okay.
So now tell me what you want to do.
So now, if we, for example, have when a manual test is ready to be used, it usually is in a phase of ready. So, but then it would be taken back, right, to change. Maybe we can see what in design, for example, so then that's maybe what we would like to then see. We would like
you say here currently we are in the ready phase, and from here it happens often that the test architect or the tester goes back into design because some
has to rework on it. Exactly.
And you want to exactly count this transition. So whenever from ready to InDesign is done, this should be counted 1 up.
Exactly. Then I would see also how often my test needs to be reworked, and I would get a feeling about all that work as well, that is performed. Yeah.
Okay, so let's define this.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we have here the field edit. So on the rule, first of all, we need to create the set field value.
Yeah.
When changing a value, and you said it is phase, right?
Exactly, yes. We would go with the phase, and then...
And here we need the counter field, which is a rework counter. And we can say this is, let's go here and say increment value by 1. So here, it was not possible when I'm on the field change. I cannot increase the value. So when saving an entity, then I know really it is committed and it's not really something which will manipulate anymore. Yep. So after the commit, I can say, okay, increase the value of this field by 1.
Okay.
And now we have to define the condition.
So here we can still do it on the phase, right? So we can define the phase, and from which phase to which we can...
Exactly. So you have here 2 different options. One is the current phase.
Okay.
So means
that will be ready. That will be ready then, right?
This would be, I think it is InDesign. And the original phase, let's go here and we add here again. The original phase is then ready, because we are doing the change from the original to the current one.
Okay. When this change happens from original to okay, perfect. Yeah, thank you.
So this should be it. If I'm not mistaken, let's try.
Yeah. Okay.
So let's say okay. We save it, and I would need to refresh the browser in order to apply the rule.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go simple test. It is in ready. And this one we can see already here is rework counter we have here. And if we go in design and save it, you see there's 1. So if I would go now from here into awaiting review ready again, it stays in 1.
Yeah.
And when I go again to InDesign, you see it increased.
Yeah, it increases. So it does change only when I change from ready to InDesign. It increases. Can you maybe change it again now to ready? Yeah. So now you save, and it's still 2. It didn't increase further. So only when I really change from ready to InDesign, then it will add 1 additional number by 1 to see the complete amount of times I have reworked this test case. Okay.
Yeah, and actually, while you are you have suggested this, I think it is a very valid use case, because on the long run, you could then watch your test cases here directly on the grid. Currently, we don't have much rework because we have just activated this, but potentially it would show you here directly. 1 second, where is it? Here.
Yeah,
here directly all the different changes you have done, and you can set also then the context. Let's say here for order to cache, and you would see all the different changes which were performed on the different test cases.
Yeah, very nice. So I can actually include that in my report, and will always get a feeling on how often test cases adjusted and changed. Yeah.
Exactly. Great.
Thank you.
Thank you, Joel.